just like that. There's only so many words to it, you know?
Good afternoon.
Why
How are you?
Where's your girlfriend? Why are you here?
Why am I here? Because I'm queer. I'm here because I'm a lesbian, and I think it's really important to let the world know that there are gay and lesbian people all over the universe, and I'm honored and privileged to be part of a day where we all get to be out in the streets saying who we are. Heterosexual people get to walk around day after day saying who they are, and today I get to say I'm a lesbian. Yeah.
Woohoo! Where are you from?
Billings, Montana.
Big Timber.
All right, how's it feel to be here today?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Good people.
Is this your first Pride?
Fifth one. Haven't missed one yet.
Fifth one.
Absolutely. It's good to be here. Let's hope the weather breaks a little bit. But this adds more drama. We're drama queens anyway.
Anything you want to add to that?
No, I can't think of anything to say.
Yes, your sign says it all, right?
Loves everybody, you bet.
Thanks a lot. Andrea!
Get out of the closet.
Oh God, it's the woman with the camera. And why are you here?
Because I'm gay.
Wait, I'm a big dyke.
I'm a big fat dyke.
Hi, do you mind if I ask you, is this your first Pride?
No, this is my third.
Where are you from?
I'm here in Missoula.
Who's this?
This is Speedy. It's his first Pride.
All right, well, have fun.
Thanks.
How about giving us a little taste of your poetry here this morning?
Okay. This is an excerpt, a line from a new poem I'm working on called Revision. And I think it's fitting. A grieving woman is a woman hidden, but a grieving goddess is an eclipse.
How's your day going?
I'm having a great day. Great to be here. Great to see everyone here. All the diversity.
Is this your first Pride March?
No, it's my, I don't know, maybe 7th or 8th. I've also marched in Seattle and in Washington, D.C.
So, Beth, I didn't know you were gay. Are you gay?
Oh, no, I'm not gay.
Why are you here then?
I'm here to support everyone's right to be who they are and what they are.
All right, we appreciate it.
I have to ask you to move on because I'm doing security. Please move it on, please.
Why are you here?
I'm here to support the gay movement in Montana and to have a good time.
Thank you.
Matt Robertson is dead wrong. The gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community brings out the sun. Today marks the 25th year or anniversary of gay activism in Missoula. For those of you who might not know, 25 years ago, the University of Montana Lambda Alliance started here on campus with their gay and lesbian activism.
When we march on a day like today, each June, we're certainly marching to demand for our lesbian, our gay, our bisexual, our transgender rights, and we're certainly marching to celebrate our identities as queer people and to celebrate the mere fact that we've survived in a very homophobic culture. Each of us, in our struggle of coming out of the closet, for some of us it's quite a while ago, but we've got to think back to that isolation, and that for many of us growing up, we were the only queer. And we were not born into a gay community. Many other oppressed communities are born into a community of identity. People are born into an Irish community, or a German community, or a Jewish community, or a black community. But none of us were born into a queer community. We were born into, most likely, a community that was homophobic and that taught us to hate ourselves as closeted queer people. And so, what each of us has had to do is actually emigrate from that homophobic community and immigrate into a gay and lesbian family and a gay and lesbian community. And so that's what I want to ask all of us to do, to think of us as a community of immigrants, coming from a place of denial and self-hatred and moving into a new land. We can create a community that is about love. It is not based on violence. It is not based on control. It's about loving and taking care of one another. I'm thrilled to be in this gorgeous state, and thank you for having me.
It's really wonderful to be here and to celebrate 5 years of Pride. I think we've really achieved an enormous amount in those 5 years that we've traveled together. If you remember the theme of the first Pride celebration, it was from silence to celebration. And now we're doing the journey kind of a theme. And together we really have gone through quite a journey, because together we've really created a public voice for queer people, for issues in the media, in the Capitol, in the communities around Montana, and on the main streets of Montana. And that is an accomplishment that we have done, and we have done extremely well in the state of Montana. And I think we should all give ourselves a great big hand for all that hard work. When we started this organization, and Chris Kaufman and I were spending a lot of time in the first year thinking this out, we determined that we were going to do two things. One was we were going to start a statewide gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender organization, and secondly, we were going to get rid of that goddamn deviant sexual conduct law, and we've done it.
I would like to encourage everyone to become a Pride member, even though you will not receive toaster ovens. Pride, through its mission statement, has been building bridges with the Native American community in Montana. One thing Pride has done in the past 2 years is had focus groups in Indian country. And it's also in the past 2 years, we had a two-spirit gathering that was pretty successful. And I would just like to encourage everyone to have a good weekend and enjoy themselves.
I'd like to let you all know that today was our first rehearsal all together as the Montana Women's Chorus. I'd like to give all these women a special hand. Never had a motorcycle accompaniment before. It's great to be back in Montana. I was born and raised in Big Timber, the county that set a record for me the other day. When I voted, I had to vote Republican because there weren't any Democrats to vote for. Isn't that incredible? Oh yeah. Yeah, I should, but then when would I'd have to do that at night. Anyway, one of the great things that has happened to me here in Montana is that I was asked to sing for the Jeanette Rankin Run in 1989. And as a result of that, I wrote a song about Jeanette. And it's been one of the favorites of the Montana Women's Chorus as we are singing our song. So this one is called You Ran for Us.
Congress
waiting for Katie to put away that dulcimer, and she says, go ahead. But let's give her a hand for that hammer dulcimer. How one person makes a difference. This next piece that we're going to do is a trilogy of 3 pieces that are favorites in the women's community, kind of all over. The first one is a chant, earth my body, water my blood. The second one is the chorus of a Farron song called Testimony. And the third one is a piece from Ntozake Shange's For Colored Girls Who've Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. And at the end of that play, the women sing, I found God in myself, and I loved her fiercely. women out there are inspired to join us, please do. I've got some, I made up a little brochure about the Montana Women's Chorus, and when I first had the idea for it, I thought maybe our motto would be, we practice only when the roads are good. And the fact is that we're kind of strung out all over the state, and so what I do is have area rehearsals. I've got area rehearsals scheduled in Bozeman and Helena in Montana, Helena in Missoula, and then one in Kalispell in September, but the other ones I'm going to try to do once a month. And we have tapes and written music, so if any of you women would like to join us, you're welcome at any time to join us. You can join us, as I said today, you can drop out anytime too, but the problem is the songs stick with you. And if any of you men are really serious about joining, you can have a sex change operation. It's really not, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it's worth it, says Anne. Easy for you to say. Okay. One of the things that some of these musicians are learning about me is you just kind of have to be flexible, because sometimes I don't write out a set list beforehand. I just know what songs we're going to do, and we'll get them done. These musicians are great. This is Leslie Burgess from right here in Missoula, Montana. And on the guitar right behind her is Nancy Selden. I think we're also from Missoula. And Beth Youngblood Peterson was playing the mandolin, and she was playing violin. And that was Katie Dickinson on the hammered dulcimer. And that was M.J. Torrance from Bozeman on the guitar. The goddess lives here in this mountain. The goddess lives here in the sky. The goddess lives here in these rivers and rocks, and so do I. The goddess, so do I. The goddess, so do I. The goddess lives here in these rivers and rocks, and so from Northern California named George Holper. She calls herself Girl George. This is the girls' night out. Called a tush push. It was taught to us by our friend Kate Blagden here today. So we'd like to close our set with a song that I wrote kind of in the gospel style. Dave Christensen, are you around by any chance? Oh, Dave, will you play a little gospel piano in E? You can do that. It's my friend Dave.